Hey guys, it's me and special guest Chris. And we just saw the Star Wars movie. And so we thought we would give our top 3 favorite things and then the 3 things that we liked the least. So which one should we start with?
Why don't you start?
Okay.
And we can go back and forth.
Okay. So do we want to do favorites or least favorites?
Let's do favorites.
Okay. So I would say my 3 favorite parts. I enjoyed the land the system or whatever that they went to where they went to go find the information at a C-3PO. I enjoyed that. Probably because it felt the most like The Mandalorian. And you kind of got a different perspective. You kind of saw how it actually impacted people on a more like planet or like kind of like a more cultural level, I guess. Like you saw how like common people were kind of caught in the throes of this. So I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed the horses. They were ridiculous. Absolutely. Horses riding along on top of a spaceship, and I also know that they probably all died because there probably weren't, little ships to like get the horses off, but I did think that was kind of fun. I also rode horses, that's probably why. And then the last one, I enjoyed the ending where like I felt like it was the fitting end. I was telling Chris about this, like, I am all the Sith and I am all the Jedi. I thought their whole kind of end showdown, the 2 Palpatines duking it out. I don't know. I enjoyed that. It was beautiful and had some emotional gravitas that I was not anticipating. So, there was some other stuff in that scene that I didn't love, but we'll get to that later. All right. What about you?
Okay.
All right.
3 things I liked. I liked when the cavalry shows up.
Okay, you did like that.
Which is basically Dunkirk in space.
Okay. Oh, not the horses.
No, not the literal cavalry. the ships.
The ships. Oh, that
all
was
the ships
really
show up.
great.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's always whenever the cavalry shows up, everyone cheers.
Okay, that's true.
I like movies, and even if they're predictable, and
Right.
that was really predictable and fun. I liked that it was basically an Indiana Jones movie masquerading as a Star Wars movie.
All right, explain.
Okay, so they had to go find this treasure to then go find something else. I mean, it was very follow the mystery, follow the ancient artifacts. They had to get this navigation thing, and then that didn't work out, and then they get this dagger with a cool fold-out map, and then it's
very National Treasure.
I've never seen the National Treasure.
Well,
movies.
it's a lot like Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a great Indiana Jones, and Indiana Jones even shows up in the end, which is great. Except he's Han Solo. And third, I just like the look of it.
Okay.
It's a great looking movie, and I told Barry when we were walking out, I'm actually now having watched 9 of these things and having grown up with the first 3 movies.
Didn't you see some of the originals in the theater?
I did. I watched Empire Strikes Back. So kids, before streaming and before VHS, when movies were really popular, they would actually re-release them. Which they did with movies like Star Wars, because you could make a lot more money. This was right before the home video revolution of the early 80s, and so I saw Empire not on its first run, but probably on a second run in maybe 1981, 82.
Okay.
And then I saw Jedi in the theater, in the Glenwood Theater, which they tore down to put a Whole Foods in, which is a shame. But they had the biggest theater or the biggest screen in Kansas City. I saw that in 1983. My grandfather took me. So having grown up with these movies, I'm convinced that if they didn't look good, and they didn't have really great music, no one would know what Star Wars was, except it'd be like Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
No one ever. You'd have like 3 people around. At the conventions that were into this Star Wars thing, but it looks great.
Buck Rogers, is that a Western?
No, it's just bad sci-fi from the. You ever saw Buck Rogers? You're Battlestar Galactica. So Battlestar Galactica and Buck Rogers both came out in the late, as a response to Star Wars.
Okay.
All the television execs were like, "Oh, there's something to this space stuff. The kids are loving it
these days."
So they both came out and they lasted like a season each.
Okay.
And they're not good.
Okay. Well, Well, that's funny. I'm like, is that a Western?
No.
Well, because I'm thinking. Okay.
It sounds like
it
a
does,
Western.
because I'm thinking buckskin horses, and then I'm thinking Roy Rogers. So together, Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
That's what.
But Buck Rogers is definitely sci-fi.
Okay.
And we gotta watch. It's really bad. We gotta watch it.
Okay, maybe we'll react to that. So if that's something of interest, let me know in the comments.
Buck what?
Buck what?
So.
All right, and then let's talk about our least favorite parts of the movie.
Should I go first?
Sure.
No.
Oh,
Well,
you want me to go? Okay.
No, you go.
All right. So, hey, Hurley. Hey, do you want to come here? Go hi. It's the whole family. The whole family.
Foraging for food.
Yes. All right. So, my least favorite. So, I understand that, like, you gotta have the original cast, or at least people felt like you needed the original cast. But they're not good. They're just not good actors. And
yeah, one of them's dead. So Carrie Fisher's dead.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Well, not when she filmed it.
No, I don't think she filmed. I think they got a stand-in.
No. That's actually her. She filmed her stuff first.
Oh.
See, that tells you how great of an actress she was.
She was dead, so they brought in a lookalike.
No. She filmed all of her stuff before she perished.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
I was like, you can't tell.
They're just not great actors. I mean, so that it always kind of takes it out of me because they're kind of shadows of their former self. I understand nostalgia, and I mean no disrespect, but it always just kind of takes me out of it where I'm like, whoa, and so I didn't love that. So that's probably one of the things I didn't love. One of the things I like about The Mandalorian is the fact that it's a Star Wars adventure, but there's none of the original cast in it, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's got all the awesomeness without like, oh yeah, that person's aged a lot. So yeah, that's something that I wasn't huge about. I would say another thing that I didn't like, I don't like that weird, short alien with the sunken eyes. You know what I'm talking about?
The lady?
Yeah.
From the first one?
Yeah. Like she wears like the strange goggles from the first, she wore, yeah. Creeps me out to no end because her voice does not match what she looks like. She needs to have more of like a voice or something, and it's like she could be my stockbroker, you know, but instead she looks like, anyway, so I wasn't a big fan of that. And then I think probably my last thing, and there are other things that I disliked and other things that I liked, but these are just things that are coming to mind off the top of my head. The kiss at the end, what the frick? And by the kiss, I mean the kiss between Ben and Rey. I didn't think that there was any foundation for any type of tension or chemistry in any of the movies, and I feel like they easily could have done that. And there just wasn't any. And I even remember in the theater watching it going, don't kiss, don't kiss, don't kiss. Oh my gosh, don't kiss. Oh no! And I actually went, ah, did you see me? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was like, no.
I mean, that didn't bother me.
Really?
Yeah,
it didn't make sense.
Well, of course it didn't. These movies don't make sense. That's not the point.
But like one of the things that like Leia and Han Solo, like that made sense. And like her kissing her brother, I mean, she didn't know it was her brother, but that also made sense. Like I feel like for kisses to happen, they need to make sense. And this one just felt like they didn't think a hug would be emotionally weighty enough, so then we're like, let's have them kiss. I'm like,
yeah, but here's the thing.
Okay.
So this is why I'm okay with this.
Okay. Why are you okay with the kiss?
With this
I'm
because
definitely not.
Because he's been moping his way through 8 hours of cinema or something.
Okay.
However long, if you put them all together, probably like 7-8 hours.
Okay.
Of movie, and he's always this glum emo boy. And so when that happens, he kind of has this boyish. It's not kind of. It is a boyish smile. It's the first time you ever see that from that character, and then I thought I liked that. So
You liked the kiss?
no, I just liked the result of it, which was the boyish smile, which we were waiting. You know, you have this sort of troubled young man.
I mean, I like.
And then he
yeah.
kind of, and even when he kind of is redeemed-ish by Ghost Dad, I mean, he's still really sad and mopey
Right.
and emo. And then finally we get this kind of, that was probably his first and last kiss, most likely.
That's depressing.
But you give the little the reaction. I thought it was kind of nice.
I think they could have given if that's where they were going. There should have been more of a tension foundation.
Agreed.
I felt like
But they had no idea where they were going,
it's probably true.
evidenced by the second movie.
Well, here's the thing: they could have done the foundation even in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
So I mean, at least glimmers of it, but there was like nothing, and then it was just like and so I don't know. I felt it was very jarring for me. So all right, what about you?
Okay, I guess I don't know if this is one or maybe two together.
Okay.
So I hated the now we're passing inanimate objects through holes in the time-space continuum through the Force.
I kind of like that.
I hated that. It's like, oh, what else are we doing? And then I guess I don't know if this is in the same category, but it's going to be my number two. Ghost Luke able to catch an inanimate lightsaber.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
So, and use the power of the Force to
I
lift
did.
his
That was the in my top 5 of like things I didn't like.
Yeah, I was just like, come on, man. Like there are no rules anymore.
No.
So, was that 2? That was 2.
That was
maybe
2.
Maybe it was 3.
Well, I want to make sure that we're recording because I
Okay.
think this horrible idea that like we're actually not recording. Okay, no, we're recording. Okay. Okay.
And lastly, what did I not like? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think there's, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. There were plenty of things I was kind of rolling my eyes at. So.
Okay, you have to like pick like the one that you were like.
Yeah. The Ginger Hitler, whatever his name is.
Is it Domhnall? Domhnall Gleeson?
Domhnall Gleeson, yeah.
He's a Gleeson.
Is it Domhnall? His
or...
defection, I wasn't really buying it.
I kind of did. In fact, I even said, I was like, he's the spy.
Yeah.
But I liked his reason for it. He's
Yeah.
not that he likes
But I'm not
the
because
rebellion.
but he'd already drunk the Kool-Aid. I just didn't buy that because that his big speech in the first movie.
Yeah, but he was
it
like being usurped by Kylo Ren, and so he just like was like, no,
Yeah,
I want him to lose.
pretty much. Yeah, maybe that was it.
Yeah, I kind of saw it as, but I mean, if you didn't like it, that's okay. But I kind of
There were just a lot of loose ends, but that's Star Wars movies.
Yeah,
so
and what was Poe gonna tell Rey? I think it was that he had the Force.
I think that's probably true.
Because he noticed when Rey like passed out, like
Yeah, and then what about the end of the second movie? There's the kid that did the thing.
I can't remember. Was there another kid that
Yeah,
had?
I mean, the second one was really bad, but there was some kid
I've
on
forgotten
that
most of
gambling
it.
planet they went to, and he moved something. He used the
Oh!
fork, right, and so
Yeah, I forgot there was Star Wars Vegas in that
yeah,
movie.
it was so bad. And anyways, but they didn't do anything with that either. So, but that's
Yeah.
not, you can't really lay that at the foot of the third movie.
I guess
Yeah,
I
and
mean, isn't done by the same guy? Isn't J.J. Abrams the guy that did all of them?
He directed the first and the third, I think.
Who did the second one?
Ryan Johnson.
Really? Because he did a good job with Rogue One.
Correct.
Well, the second half of Rogue One. The first half of Rogue One, I felt had some pacing issues.
Yes, but it's almost the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah, like
So-
definitely the second half of Rogue One, I think, is the best of any Star Wars. Like
Yeah.
at least, especially the last 30 minutes, I think is the best 30 minutes of any Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Old or new.
But now the best thing about the absolute best thing about the third movie is that we're done with
We're done.
the Skywalker thing.
Yes. I love Star Wars. I want there to be more Star Wars things. I just don't really care about like the Skywalker Jedi narrative.
Kind of half baked. I mean, the best thing about The Mandalorian is that they have no idea about any of this.
This stuff.
This thing that's supposed to be so central to the welfare of the entire galaxy, and they're like, "Yeah, we heard it. We've heard of that. Something like that.
Somewhere over there, like these ancient weirdos."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot actually the thing. Here's the third thing I really didn't like.
Okay.
Now I remember that there was so much, and this actually could be leveled at all the movies. There was so much that was undeveloped. Which is the Knights of Ren looked great. They didn't do. They don't show up until the last movie. They just didn't do very much with them. They're really sinister. They look cool.
Which ones are those?
Those are the henchmen.
The guys in red?
No, those guys look great though.
Yeah, the red dudes look great.
No,
that scene with the red dudes and like things just being like chewed up, like it just looks great.
It looks great. No, I'm talking about the guys all in black this time. They were in this movie, the third movie.
That tells you how forget.
They turn on him at the end when he comes into the. No.
Wait, him meaning.
It's like Kylo Ren's little posse.
Oh yeah. Okay,
they look great, and they're just like okay. They kind of follow people around.
Your prominent antecedent was a little ambiguous.
Right.
I was like, who was he?
Yes.
Okay.
So
they were pretty cool.
They looked great, but we didn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
And there were a few elements like that everything looked really cool, and it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
I also think the narrative-wise of this movie, pacing was not even the narrative. I was saying pacing.
They were like, we have 16 hours, and I'm like, on what planet? 16 hours on what planet?
Right. So, with pacing, it was just like, chop, 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 chop. And I'm like, oh my stars.
Yeah, but it's for kids.
I know, but like, I feel like that wasn't the case with the originals, where like they actually would like walk down a corridor for more than 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe like even more than 15 seconds. But I felt like each scene was like a minute tops for like the first, and instead it was 30 seconds. It just kept on like clipping back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I was like, this could be streamlined and you'd save money.
Yeah, but this is also for a generation of children that have like grown up with screens in their faces and have no attention span. So
yes.
So no surprise there.
But I feel like if you make it cool, like cool looking, you can extend the length of some of those scenes
just a hair,
just a bit. So that was something I noticed. Like while I was watching it, I was like, this is just jarring. Like I finally get into a scene and then it's like, and here we go to another, and I'm like, and they could cut out like all the jungle scenes as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, boring.
I kept on getting distracted with the tubby dude, who was the pilot from Lost, who gets eaten in the first episode of Lost.
Yeah, he's also in Heroes.
That's right. I was wondering
the clairvoyant cop.
Yes, I was wondering where else he was from, and
he's in like every J.J. Abrams. He's in Mission Impossible 3. He's like in every I think they're best friends, and he's like, "Do you need work? Do you need work?
Do you need work?"
It's like, I will put you in my movie.
Yeah.
If you need work
for an episode.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like he was an alias too. So yeah, which is J.J. Abrams. So he's his go-to.
Yeah. It's do you need work? There was the guy from Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, he was also in Lost.
What's his
name? The rocker dude.
Yeah, Charlie.
Dominic. Is his
Monaghan?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so that's really what an actor wants, right, on your resume. It's like, oh, well, what have you done? Well, I've been in the two franchises I've been in are Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. So
I mean,
he needs to get a gig at Marvel, then he'll have the trifecta.
For sure, yeah.
So.
I mean, I feel like here's a question: if you had to be part of any like a trilogy or series or whatever, like movies, we're talking, which one would you want to be a part of?
Oh man,
and why?
I suppose I mean I'd have to choose. Do I get to choose which movie in the franchise, or do I?
No, just the franchise.
Oh well, it's got to be the MCU because nothing's that great.
Okay.
Except Captain America. Nothing's that great, but it's not. None of it's terrible, other than Thor: Dark World, which I assume it's terrible. I couldn't get through it, so.
I didn't. Yeah,
I mean,
that's the one I haven't seen.
There's some Marvel stuff, but if you had to go on percentages of entertaining movies,
Okay.
that would be good for the resume.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not an actor. I have no idea. I'm a lawyer, which is a failed actor. So,
Oh. I guess you could say the same thing about teaching.
yeah, I guess you could. So,
All right, that's
how
fair.
about you? What franchise would you choose?
I would probably. Oh gosh. I would have to say either Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for this. And it's because I feel like you're more likely to be taken as a serious actor as a result of being in one of those.
That's a maybe. It's
It's like.
Game of Thrones was so bad at the end.
True.
Last 4 seasons. were
Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, never mind. Totally scratch all that. Harry Potter, for sure. Who doesn't want to run around waving a wand?
just- Okay.
Yeah, Harry Potter.
Okay. That does have with the new Star Wars movies. It does have something in common with me,
Which
which
is
is I just could not care less about any of the characters. Except it took 8 Harry Potter movies for me to go, I don't care at all.
I still love him though.
So,
I've been listening to the Harry Potter audiobooks. I'm on book 5 right now.
it's about a wizard in a school.
It is. So, all right, well, we should probably go to bed because
Yes,
it's getting
it's
kind of late.
late.
It's 9:46, and we both have work in the morning. So
Indeed.
awesome. All right. Well,
Till next time.
Till next time.
Her, not me.
till next time. Bye.